Hello everyone, I'm Bekavon, and welcome to Milkmaid of the Milky Way. This is a game that someone had suggested in the comments. It's a point-and-click pixelated adventure game, and I thought it looked really fun. You play a young milkmaid in 1920s Norway, and she comes across something very interesting. Alright, let's start a new game. The pictures look super cute, by the way. You know me, I love this pixelated art. Deep in a fjord, a girl and her bovine. Western Norway, 1929. This is a story from Calf Ledge, a small farm perched on a mountain edge. From what I understand, all the dialogue in this game is rhyming. Ah, cute! Another restless night. Luckily the storm had passed. The fields were wet, but the sun was rising fast. Enough hours spent in bed, I heard impatient mooing from the shed. Milking and dairy were my priorities. Today Erland was coming to pick up the cheese. My milk bucket and tools were gone, so strange. Had a thief wandered through this mountain range? Can I walk? I can walk. Very, very cute. I'm into it. I took some firewood, but it was wet. Everything had soaked in the rain, I bet. All right. Let's check out the cows. Ooh, she ran. What made her run? It was a double click. Cute. Oh, pet the cows. Hi. Licka was patient and astoundingly clever. I raised her as a calf. She'd known me forever. How about the brown ones? The cows needed milking, I saw from their shutters. They tiptoed impatiently with bulging udders. Descriptive. Alright, let's go find a bucket for these poor cows. Hello, pretty tree. That's a lemon? Even when I stretched my hand, elbow and knee, I couldn't reach the fruit in the tree. Alright. Whoops. Growing fruit had been Mother's quest. They usually didn't grow here out west. That's as far as I can go that way. How about down? Ooh. Fancy. No, wait, I want to check the log. That looks like something. Do I need to save my game? I mean, is there... Saved games, autosave. So it does autosave, but... Did I do it? I did, okay. I sat down and thought about everything. What would my future bring? Okay. I would get it out if I could, but the nail was stuck in the wood. She's so cute. What's my name? Hasn't told me my name yet. There's my bucket. How had the bucket ended up here? Had the wind made it disappear? Maybe I should go back and milk the cows first? What else did I need? Was I missing something? Cheese, mother's recipe. Pour fresh milk in separator. Separate the skim milk. Keep the cream for later. The milk won't curdle by default. Bring it to boil. Add vinegar and salt. Don't let it clot. Stir, stir, stir the pot. Yeah. Butter. The churner must be full of cream. Beat it hard. Go full steam. Churn the butter till it's thick. It should become hard and stick. Remember to keep it cool or else it will melt to a pool. Today I repaired the separator and added a feature to the accelerator. When I separate the milk and the cream, it automatically runs down in a stream, ready for butter making. Leaves time for bread baking. Remember to grease the door. It's been stuck before. Hinges need oil or grease when they sound like a flock of geese. At school today, a boy brought a bike. He laughed and said, "You'll fall, I swear." Riding it was harder than it looked like, but it felt so good to feel the wind in my hair. Last day of school, I'm feeling down. I'm needed at the farm, so I'm leaving town. Edvardsen, my teacher, was sad to see me leave. You have a knack for science. There's much you can achieve. Well, there's a lot here. I don't know if I'm going to read all of this. This is a lot. Here, I'll pause on each page in case you want to read it. Oh, a cow died in birth. We mourn. I named the calf Licka, one born. I'll take care of you, I said. She's so sweet. She's bottle-fed. Dark spots on white. She sure has a healthy appetite. Mother and father having a row. Licka's growing. She's now eating grass. Great, great. Keep to my chores. Try not to bother. I like to experiment. That's just me. I like to make lemonade from the fruit from the tree. Edvardsen taught about acids and bases. My drink was so sour it shrunk our faces. Cute. Mother didn't come home from the mountain. Father is paralyzed. I'm walking around crying like a fountain. Somehow not surprised. They searched. They found her scarf on the cliff. When I heard, I went stiff. Mother would never do such a thing. Now father is alone with his wedding ring. A guilty question, but is it a crime to imagine leaving someday? Did her father die too? That's super sad. Wow. That's really sad. That was a lot more than I expected. So I guess her mother and father were fighting. I don't know if it was implying her mother jumped from the cliff. I think that might have been what it was going for. Alright, let's milk these guys. A bucket to carry, milk, and other dairy. Yep. Boop. Alright, girls. Time to squeeze out some milk for the butter and cheese. Yep. Oh, look at the cows. After milking, as always, I led the cows up to graze. Until evening, the cows could do as they please, but I needed to finish the butter and cheese. Alright, I'm not sure where I'm at. Which way do we come from? Oh, this is pretty. What's that? Can I make it? Am I really gonna go all the way? Is that the thing we set up for her mom? Oh, that looks important. I picked up some rocks, squarish, like flat blocks. Father and me had built this for Mother. A year later, a memorial for another. The flowers I had left here were dry as bone, after being left out in the wind all alone. With a sudden gust, the dry flowers turned to dust. I'll pause there for a second for a thumbnail. It's a pretty scene. Let's check this out. A metal pole to use as tether. The boat had sunk in stormy weather. Alright. The lake was crystal clear and frigid. Swimming here would leave you rigid. Run, girl. Oh, I can go that way. All right. Here we go. This looks familiar. It's a different world up here, Mother had said. Past these rocks, the cows were fed. Okay. The stones were The stones were squarish rocks, somewhat similar to building blocks. Squarish rocks. Can I get the nail now? That was cute. She did a little shrug. I let out a sigh. That wasn't even worth a try. Alright, let's make cheese. Anything in here? Nope. The spinning wheel was for making yarn, but we no longer kept sheep in our barn. We made the cheese in kettles like these. Alright. Pour the fresh milk in the separator. What is the separator? The churn was used to beat the cream into spread. It made thick, greasy butter, perfect for bread. Is it this? You crank the separator, your hand ablaze, to force the cream and milk part ways. My modification was clever. Without any clutter, the cream would trickle down to be churned to butter. Had I been visited by a vandal? The separator was missing its handle. What should I do? I drew a blank. I couldn't make butter without the crank. What about this? I took the spoon. I would need it soon. Reading books was my greatest passion. Erland would give me my weekly ration. Up here I had no one to impress, so I wore my pants instead of my dress. Right on. The separator was only for milk and things of its ilk. Got it. So I gotta go find a handle. Can I go down? Town was a 3-hour hike away. The cows needed herding. I needed to stay. Okay, so I gotta go. Let's go see if there's somewhere else to go. Can I go down here? No, not to the left. This is really pretty. Yeah, I really like these graphics. It's very pretty. Wow. What's that? Had the rock fallen from the mountainside? It was 2 meters tall and 1 meter wide. It looked like a huge salt stone, its shape mysterious and unknown. A piece had fallen off the rock. I picked up a decently sized block. Great, but what about my crank? Out there, the sea. I felt a wave inside of me. All right then. Sup, cows? We already went this way, I thought. Oh, can I take the pole? I can't. Ah, I can go left here. Okay. Oh, don't fall. It would keep me up at nights, the thought of falling, the fear of heights. Okay. This doesn't help my crank situation. I came to a halt. It looked and tasted like salt. The wood was wet, soggy, and not dry yet. All right. The cows grazed lazily on the mountain grass. For a cow, this was definitely first class. I don't know if I saw that dialogue yet. What was up here? This was where the rock was, right? Get up there. And that's all I can do here. I can't... As I suspected, the rock was unaffected. What about milk? Just trying stuff. This reminds me of those old Sierra games that my sister and I used to play. Sometimes you just gotta try stuff. I'm not sure. What am I clicking on? Oh, the arch here. I couldn't figure out where that bit of dialogue came from. What about... Well, girl, I don't know. I know. Hold on. Let's try stuff. I felt dense. That didn't make any sense. Oh, there you go. Now get it. Up. Finally, I removed that stubborn nail. My greatest conquest, a fairy tale. Awesome. A sturdy nail with 90-degree bends. Solid metal with square-shaped ends. Like a crank, perhaps. That's a long nail. Alright, let's make some cheese, yo. An idea in my mind, like a lit candle. Maybe the nail could be used as a handle. As far as I could tell, the nail fit really well. Awesome! Get that milk in there. No time to wait, the milk was ready to separate. How does that work? The churn was filled to the brim, and the milk was nice and skim. Before the butter could be eaten, it had to be churned, it had to be beaten. The butter was done, ready for Erlin's next pickup run. Next the cheese had to made, but missing ingredients had me delayed. A big fat brick of mountain butter thick. Separate the skim, keep the cream for later. Add vinegar and salt. Okay. I have salt, but I don't have the vinegar. So, oop, no, we put, not that. Put the milk in there, right? Awesome. Skim milk in the pot. Now it needed to get hot. Like this. The wood was too wet, I had to admit. It needed to dry before it could be lit. So how does one dry out wood? Could I put it in the sun? I couldn't use that there. I should try elsewhere. Okay. Is it a matter of waiting? This must be salt, I was reasoning, and threw in a good pinch as seasoning. What about vinegar? Where do you get vinegar? And also, I am really not sure how to dry out the wood. That was where I slept. Lately, not so well. Strange sounds woke me up like an alarm bell. That music, though. I was good. I didn't need more wood. How can I dry the wood? No offense, but that made no sense. Got it. Wonder if I just need to wait it out? I want to set it out somewhere. It is windy here. No, I didn't want to use it on the block. Where else was there? Could try that high up spot. Oops. I'm not sure how you would forcibly dry out wood. That's the problem. Let me check back up here. Oh, there we go. The cairn was a place I would go to cry. This time I left the wet wood to dry. In time the wood would dry, so I decided to say goodbye. So how long do I need to wait? She's like, nope, I'm not into that. The only thing left right now is just waiting for the wood, huh? The wood had dried. Now it was bona fide. This is, very peaceful. I would totally play a game like this, where you just milked your cows and made cheese all day. I'm into it. All right, let's finish that cheese. Something was wrong. The smoke didn't leave. The chimney was broken, I was led to believe. Okay. Get up on that roof. Rocks were scattered. The chimney had crumbled. Damn that storm, I mumbled. Well, let's get him off. The stones I had found were just the right type. I started to mend the broken pipe. Good job. Though the results were mixed, I considered the chimney fixed. How do I get off the roof? Oh no. There we go. How about now? Boiling milk, it smells so sweet, but the cheese was not ready to eat. Okay. Stir? It did say stir. Let's stir it. A major hurdle. The milk didn't seem to curdle. Let's see. Bring it to boil, add vinegar and salt. Did I add the salt too soon? Where do I get vinegar? Vinegar. What is this again? Butter? I don't put that in there, right? Putting that in the pot? I thought not. Vinegar. Let me save. Just for the heck of it. Oh, I need that. That's a lemon. Pop. The fruit had a certain appeal, with its fresh smell and yellow peel. Does this count as vinegar? It's acid, right? She did say something about acids and bases. I squeezed the lemon from the garden, hoping it would make the cheese harden. Lemon cheese would be interesting, huh? Now you can stir it. The cheese was ready, I said out loud. This would have made Mother proud. Just as the chores were done for the day. Hey, Ruth, I heard a voice and a neigh. Is my name Ruth? It was Erlin, no doubt. I'm coming right out. What's up, buddy? The trail up here will someday be my death, Erlin said, short of breath. Snarky, pleasant, or straightforward? Let's be pleasant. I'm glad you could make it, I had to admit. He looked at me with a frown. Have I ever let you down? So you're wearing pants today? Very manly, I must say. Hey, we're past that, sir. They were my father's. They fit me fine, after some hours with needle and twine. He smiled and scratched his ear. How are things up here? Let's be honest. I've had this strange feeling lately. I haven't been sleeping greatly. Wonder if your responses matter. His mind seemed distant, like thoughts persistent. I hoped I wasn't giving him any displease, so I changed the subject to butter and cheese. About the dairy. He was looking wary. Why was he looking wary? It's not as easy to sell as before. People are buying margarine at the store. Really? Margarine? tasteless fat from a machine? Trust me, I'm just like you, up in arms. The townsfolk just won't buy from the farms. This put me in a squeeze. What about my mountain cheese? Well, as far as I can tell, the cheese is easier to sell, but it's not like before when customers ran down my door. Come see the changes, you'd be surprised for sure. They even have this thing called haute couture. Hopefully, I said that right. Let's be uncomfortable, reserved, uncomfortable, vague. I wouldn't feel comfortable around town. They'd probably see me as a farming clown. Erlen looked up, a slight change in tone. So you'll continue up here all alone? Yep. Reserved? Saying the words gave me a strange sensation. My parents built this. It's my obligation. They're looking for workers down at the dock. The money is good if you work the clock. Better than farming and digging the gravel. With the money we make, we could even travel. I don't know. Let's try vague, see what she says. Like a fish avoiding the lure, I said, I'm not sure. You should think it over, of course. I've already sold the horse. Okay. I looked at his face and said, please, can you help me sell my butter and cheese? I'll sell the cheese, but the butter you can toss. It'll be the scrawny villager's loss. Pretty. I woke up with a feeling strong that something was wrong. Chilly outside, a smell in the air. Something felt wrong, I swear. Check on my cows. A fear grew in me, a dark stir. Liquor was missing. I needed to find her. What about this guy? He looks a little freaked out. The cow was waking, visibly shaking. My pulse raced upwards steeply, but the cow was merely sleeping deeply. She was luckily resting. Leaving her would be the best thing. All right, girl. Gotta go find your cow. I think I might know where she is. Look at that. It's shining. Get up there. It's really hard to click up there. I looked down. Guess what I found? Look, his cowbell on the ground. A light seemed to radiate from the salty rock slate. It gave me a feeling I couldn't define. A chill went down my spine. Look, his bell I'd found. It made a jangly sound. As bells do. Run, girl. What's my name? Ruth? I think he said Ruth. Oh no. Liquor was stuck. She couldn't get out. My voice was weak. I tried to shout. If I tried to drag her ashore, I'd end up on the ocean floor. My poor cow. I tried to call her, but she didn't seem to hear. My heart was pounding, hands frozen in fear. I shook the bell and hoped she'd hear, but Licka probably had water in her ear. Well, if we put the bell on here, can I do it? There you go. Get it, girl. I banged the bell with great tension. It seemed to work. It got her attention. Do it again. This was working, I could tell. Licka was hearing me banging the bell. Can cows swim? A little more and she would make it ashore. She's going through the rock there. Oh, poor Licka. There, I said to us both. I'll always take care of you, that is my oath. After a sleepless night, I led the cows to graze. It felt good to feel the sun on my face. Today I had to clean out the manure. These were the things a farmer must endure. You good? She looked none the worse after last night's escapade. Licka seemed fine, hungry and unafraid. What about this guy? Thankfully the cows were not stressed. There were no traces of unrest. Okay. That's an ordeal there. My poor cow. How'd she get out? Why'd she get out? Oh boy. That's new. The thunderous sound, the heat you could feel. Apparition so strange it could make you kneel. Was it a dream? No, it was real. Follow it. That is so cool. Don't y'all abduct my cows. The thunderous steam and gas made it impossible to pass. My mind blank, I was glued to my feet. It was like looking into a furnace of blue, intense heat. The cows looked confused and scared, poor things. What was this terrible machine with wings? Don't y'all abduct my cows. They took my cows, lifted them through the air. My jaw dropped, my eyes 1,000-yard stare. Suddenly the ship took off with a hiss. Hey, you're not getting away with this. You tell him, girl. Go. I know where you're going. Get on. The ship was maneuvering just beneath. My heart was pounding. I grit my teeth. Jump. If I built momentum, could I jump aboard? I'd have to time it right, or I'd end up in the fjord. Time to commit. I went for it. Nice. Uh-oh. Please don't fall. Can I actually fall? Oh, I'm good. Okay. My head was hurting, truth be told, but at least I found my foothold. Now that I hadn't died, I had to find a way inside. Crazy. The huge dome glistened in the sun. I looked for windows, but found none. These won't budge, I said with a grudge. What about this way? Let's check over here. For reasons undisclosed, every opening was closed. Okay. What about over here? Oh, there you go. Look at that convenient little ramp. It was a strange-looking panel with holes. There didn't seem to be any controls. Looks like a book. No, I can't use the book. Got it. When I click it, I can't even drag it. There was no plan. I wasn't being clever. But maybe the spoon could be used as a lever? The spoon stuck out a bit, but otherwise it was a perfect fit. Man, that spoon is getting me through some stuff, huh? It seemed the lever was used to obstruct the steam coming from the duct. Is my spoon gone? I bent down to investigate. It was a very hot metal plate. Okay. Put the butter on it. The butter went from a thick, hard piece to a melted oil, a pool of grease. The butter had melted with ease. Now it was a pool of grease. Grease. Okay. Can I have my spoon back? It's a very heroic spoon. Alright, maybe we use it to open up one of these little squares. That was a smooth metal plate which I couldn't lubricate. Okey-doke. All were closed, no handles exposed. Okay. That hatch had a small gap on one side, but still it was stuck no matter how I pried. Maybe the melted butter would grease the edges of this metal piece. The butter filled the edges and disappeared. That was my last chance, I feared. The hatch would still not budge. Maybe if I jumped. Fudge. Cute. I am in an alien spaceship. This is great. I had bruised my lip, but was inside the ship. It was dark down that way. My eyes were used to the light of day. There was a sheet or panel that I couldn't dismantle. I felt fear. I heard footsteps near. Do I need to hide? Oh. Oh, okay. Hi. The old man spoke in a strange tongue, his voice and face far from young. Instead of trying to understand, I turned away and ran from the man. Yum. I came right back. Oh, hello, sir. Ma'am, sorry. The queen-like figure stared with eyes so tense. She spoke in a language that made no sense. I told her quite frankly, I don't understand. Your words must arrive from a faraway land. I think in that moment we both understood. Speaking like this would do us no good. Zoom. Oh, I didn't like that noise. Her words sounded strange, but now they made sense. She asked me my name, her voice slightly tense. Let's be polite. She seems very powerful. I told her the truth. My name is Ruth. Ruth? She said, her eyes narrow. It sent a tremor through my marrow. This is the Vita. Welcome aboard. You managed to get here of your own accord. I am Amrita. Call me impressed. Getting on board must have been quite a quest. What can I say? I faced my fear. I just couldn't stay and see my cows disappear. This youthful irreverence, I find it refreshing. This might all have been a blessing. My cows! I needed to ask, ahem. Where are my cows and why did you take them? Your questions are many, I'm sure. Let me rather give you a tour. Come, she said and gestured me to follow. Down the corridor, our footsteps sounded hollow. Gonna tour the spaceship. Welcome to the Vita. Come with me. There's much to show and much to see. Can I have control? I do have control. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna check my recording real quick. Seems good. I never knew that this existed. All in due time, Amrita insisted. I guess I just follow her. Oh, look at those cows. This is the biodome, our holy retreat. Here the animals sleep and eat. Those are cool. I like your cows. The dome was filled with air and light. It truly was a magnificent sight. This is the high point of our tour. As you can see, your cows are secure. All I could say, what are they? Once the milk beasts were plentiful and diverse. Now these are the last 4 in the universe. Amrita's head hung low. Whoa, the last bull died eons ago. What's up with your wand? What did you do to my head with your wand just before? I said. The brief pain notwithstanding, it gave you the gift of understanding. As I asked, my heart nearly skipped a beat. Are my cows merely food for your beasts to eat? Amrita laughed. Milk beasts are herbivores. They're peaceful and only eat grass, of course. I must see your cows. I got word from our herdsman. He says they're wonderful, quite the specimen. Can I pet it? The huge beasts were a sight to behold. Peaceful and leathery, they surely looked old. Aw, they're cute. In the middle, a blue lake, probably there for the animals' sake. Milk beasts they were called, and they were grand. Its eye was the size of the back of my hand. That one? Nope. Okay. So tiny. Oh, this one's tied. Why is he tied? Is he sick? I let out a huge breath of relief. They hadn't ended up as ground beef. This is Pal, our expert on bovine. He says your cows are divine. They are, aren't they? His voice was old, I must admit. These are beautiful, a perfect fit. A perfect fit, you say? For what, if I may? For the sacrifice, of course, he said without remorse. Dude. What sacrifice? Tell me now, and no lies. Girl, please stop your crying. You see, our breed is slowly dying. Through vision blurred, I heard, only your cows can save our herd. Why's your herd more important than mine? These are my cows. My heart sank like a stone. You kill my cows to save your own? Not kill, per se, but a sacrifice must be made, I'm sorry to say. What does this sacrifice comprise, and why does it lead to my cow's demise? I understand what I'm saying is bold. We transfer youth from the young to the old. I don't think so. Her voice was proud, she said. Ruth, this is the machine that regains lost youth. Your cows will save our holy herd when we have their age transferred. Why do you need my cows for this? It felt like being swallowed by an abyss. A trade must be made for aging to reverse. These are the laws of the universe. Matter for matter, they must be the same. Age is an ember, but youth is a flame. No. These are my cows. You can't make me. I can choose. I won't let you. I refuse. Amrita tilted her head and smiled. You act like you have a say in this, child. I'm taking my cows. I'm leaving this ship, I said with a stiff upper lip. The young believe they hold the power, but time will grind your bones to flour. My knees went weak. I could not speak. Walk, whispered a voice. I followed it without choice. Don't worry, Ruth. I'll only take your youth. Please don't. Bones bent, skin crawled, heart pounding, my mind appalled.